In the year 2000, an actress walked through the ruins of war-torn Sicily, her silence louder than 1,000 monologues, her body watched, worshipped, and weaponized, her dignity stripped not by choice but by judgment. The film was Malèna. The woman was Monica Bellucci, and she didn't just act in it, she became every woman society both desires and destroys. This is not a tribute, it's a reckoning. Before she was cinema's eternal enigma, before Hollywood whispered her name through red carpets and magazine covers, she was simply Monica Anna Maria Bellucci, born in the quiet Italian town of Città di Castello. There were no movie sets, no celebrity parents, just hills, shadows, and a girl with eyes too deep for her age. Her father drove trucks, her mother painted homes, and Monica, she was told to blend in. But how do you hide the moon in daylight? At 13, she was already turning heads. At 16, she was modeling, and by the time she reached the University of Perugia, the world had already claimed her face. But her soul? That would remain untouched for years. She left law school, not because she lacked ambition, but because she realized something the rest of the world hadn't. Beauty is not the opposite of intelligence, it's just more dangerous. By the 1990s, Monica Bellucci had conquered the fashion world, Dolce & Gabbana, Elle, Vogue, but runways were never enough. She wanted film, but cinema didn't know what to do with her. Hollywood offered her the usual, the mistress, the seductress, the voiceless flame in a man's story. And for a time, she took those roles, not because she believed in them, but because she knew the system wouldn't change unless she infiltrated it. Then came Malèna. Directed by Giuseppe Tornatore, Malèna was less a film and more a mirror. Set in fascist-era Italy, it told the story of a woman who loses everything, her husband, her respect, her safety, simply because she is beautiful. Monica barely speaks in the entire film, and yet her performance screams. Every glance, every walk, every act of silent humiliation felt not acted. She is ogled by men, assaulted by war, shamed by women, and judged by boys too young to understand the difference between lust and love. It was raw, it was brutal, and it was real. Monica later said, "In Malèna, I didn't need to speak. The silence was stronger than dialogue, but the silence didn't come without consequences." Critics praised her courage, censors attacked her choices. In the US, the film was edited. In some countries, it was banned entirely. But audiences knew the truth. They saw in Malèna a reflection of what beauty suffers in silence. They saw Monica not as a fantasy, but as a warning. She had crossed the line from icon to insurgent, and she wasn't finished.
Così è molto difficile per te che ti vedi, perché non so, è come se ti strappassero l'anima, insomma. Perché quando fai lezioni di recitazione ti possono insegnare la dizione, puoi imparare I toni.
Then came Irreversible, one of the most disturbing films ever made. Directed by Gaspar Noé, it featured a scene so traumatic, so unflinchingly violent, that audiences walked out in protest. Monica Bellucci didn't shy away from it. She walked into the darkness, eyes open. And she didn't do it for fame. She did it for truth. Because sometimes the most courageous thing a woman can do is stop pretending to be okay. She said, "Cinema is not always comfortable, but it should always be honest." And Monica was brutally honest. Hollywood kept offering her roles, but always with a leash. She was asked to be exotic, mysterious, the older temptress, the beautiful distraction. But she turned that stereotype into art. In The Passion of the Christ, she played Mary Magdalene, sacred and sexual, broken yet divine. In The Matrix Reloaded, she was Persephone, softly stealing scenes from Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne with just a whisper. And in Spectre, she became the oldest Bond woman in history. Not a girl, a woman. James Bond kissed her, not because she was vulnerable, but because she was equal. Monica Bellucci never begged for relevance. She let time pass. She let wrinkles form. she let her beauty evolve from flawless to fearless. And that terrified the industry more than anything, because Hollywood has rules, and she broke all of them. She aged naturally. She refused surgery. She posed for magazines at 50. She headlined festivals at 55, and she never once apologized. In her interviews, she speaks softly, but don't be fooled. Her calm is not submission, it's power, measured, mature, and mercilessly aware. She said, "I don't feel the need to be perfect. I want to be real." And being real meant carrying every role like a wound, every wound like a badge. Today, Monica Bellucci is more than a legend. She's a legacy, not just for women, not just for actresses, but for anyone who's ever been reduced to a label, a look, a role, a silhouette. She showed us what happens when a woman refuses to be edited, when she lets the camera see everything, not just the angles, but the scars, and the world couldn't look away. So what did I learn from Monica Bellucci? That beauty without silence is rebellion, that aging without shame is revolution, and that a woman walking through a town of men with her head held high is the most dangerous thing of all. She didn't need to speak to be heard. She didn't need to scream to be remembered. She just needed to exist on her own terms. And she did. Monica Bellucci, the woman Hollywood tried to censor, but couldn't. This is Retrovidia, where we dig up the stories you were never supposed to hear. Like, subscribe. And if you've ever been judged for who you are, this story was for you.